Woo-wee, everybody. We have been on a ride, ladies and gentlemen, with the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ giving me some motion sickness with the crazy amount of ups and downs that we have been having. It's almost like I'm off my antidepressants again. Hey everybody, I am Ace. I am briefly going to go over why the stock market has been going up and down, but more down recently than up in the last couple of weeks, and then I'm going to go over my thoughts on where I think the stock market's going to go in the future. Starting off with the big reason and the main buzzword everyone's been talking about, inflation. There has been a fear that there's going to be an increase in inflation, and more than what the Federal Reserve has been claiming that's going to be. And with an increase in inflation means an increase in interest rates, therefore a decrease in the stock market. Why, you might ask? Well, when interest rates go up, that means corporate debt costs more to maintain. Therefore, that eats away at the profit margins of companies. And when profit margins at companies begin to reduce, the stock price starts to go down. And this is especially true since we are in a market currently where mainstream investors care more about quarter-over-quarter profits than long-term growth and stability. Therefore, with rising interest rates and less profitable companies quarter-over-quarter, their stock price and their value is going to go down because we're not looking at the long-term value of these companies or the long-term trajectory of what they could be doing. Also, with all of the scare of this inflation and the mass amounts of money being pumped into the economy, mainstream investors move their money from speculative plays or potential long-term growth plays and moved it into more of the recovery plays or the big blue chip stocks that are already being profitable quarter over quarter. In doing so is why we've seen the correction in the NASDAQ over the last couple weeks. The NASDAQ has dropped, but we've seen the S&P and the Dow Jones increase because of the move from the tech stocks into the more recovery plays. Top that with some more political mumbo jumbo of a $3 trillion stimulus package and an increase in taxes on the wealthy, and what do you get? Well, where the market is today. I know that is a really brief summary of what's going on in the market and what's been happening lately, but let's be real with each other here. Everyone and their mom is talking about the 2021 stock market crash, what to do. So I just wanted to briefly go over it for you as to not waste any of your time. So let me tell you about my thoughts on the stock market and where I think it might be heading in the future. My prediction is going to be one of two things, and it's going to be very simple. First, either we're going to get rapid, massive inflation over the next coming months to year, and at that point, inflation is going to be out of control, the stock market is going to drop, it's going to plummet, everybody's money is going to be on fire, and it won't really matter. Or how I really see it going is inflation is slowly going to start to ramp up over the course of the next couple months and years, and then it's going to steadily level out like it was in the past, and we're going to hit a nice baseline amount of inflation. And that's going to happen over the next couple years. And while that is going on, we're going to see some good months in the stock market and we're going to see some bad months in the stock market. But over the long trajectory, I see the stock market going up in price. Over the long run, we're going to see a consistent growth in the stock market. So what that really means to you is that you need to buckle down on your long-term plays and your index investing. You're going to need to ride through all of the ups and downs that we're going to have in the coming months to year and make sure you know the long-term plays that you're holding on to are worth holding on to even when you're down 30 or 40% in that trade. Because if you are truly long-term in a stock or in an index, the next 6 months to year really shouldn't matter where the stock price is, because you know 3 to 5 years from now, that stock will be worth 2, 5, even 10 times what it's worth today. If you look at long-term trajectory of the stock market, and I'm talking 15 years or more, the stock market has always been higher than where it was in the past. The stock market always goes up. Stocks always go up, right? So as I say in every video I talk about investing, long-term investing beats out. You need to have a long-term mentality on things. 10, 15, 20 years in the future. If you keep a long-term mentality and you keep investing through the dips, in the long run, you will be in the positive. And depending on how hard you go into it, you'll become a millionaire. That's gonna be it for this video. Short, sweet, and to the point. That's what she said. If you like this video or learned anything, please just tap that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe for more content, and I hope to see you in the next video.